The American dream is debt. Let's talk about it. All of the aspects of the typical American dream is literally debt. Going to that incredible university, the private out-of-state university or the Ivy League university, you have 6 figures of debt. Driving that nice car, you have a 4-figure car note. Having a mortgage, you're locked into a 30-year loan. If you want affordable health insurance or a 401k, you need to work in that 9 to 5. If you don't want to be screwed by the tax people, you need to get married and have kids. The American dream is to be in debt and to have so many dependents that you have no choice but to work and work and work until you literally can't work anymore and have no choice but to retire. That is the American dream. And we're also taught socially to subconsciously look down on people who choose alternative paths. People who are more free than the average person, people who choose not to have children, who choose not to get married, who choose not to work in corporate, people who choose to go to community college or trade school instead of getting, like up to 6 figures of debt at a university, people who choose to drive beaters or to buy used cars instead of brand new cars off the lot. Those people are looked down upon because that is not in line with the American dream, which is to get as much debt as you can so that you don't have a choice but to work. It's just something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Like, the American dream is literally just you getting into debt.
For generations, the American dream was simple and powerful. Work hard, play by the rules, and you could build a better life. A house, a family, a stable job, a future for your kids that was brighter than your own. But today, for millions of Americans, that dream is dead, or at the very least, slipping further out of reach. People are still working hard. Many are working harder than ever, juggling 2 or 3 jobs, driving for gig apps after long shifts, or taking on side hustles just to afford rent. But the math doesn't add up anymore. Wages have stayed mostly flat while housing, healthcare, education, and basic necessities have skyrocketed. No matter how hard you grind, it feels like you're falling further behind. For decades, homeownership was the cornerstone of the American dream. Today, that dream is a joke for most young people. The average price of a home is now far beyond what a middle-class income can afford. Even renting is becoming unaffordable in many cities. Families are being priced out, and younger generations are being told to just work harder by the very people who bought homes in the 80s for the price of a used car. From student loans to credit cards, debt has become a normal part of life. College was supposed to open doors. Now it chains people to years of repayment before they even get a shot at a decent job. Medical emergencies can ruin a family financially. Even something as simple as fixing a car or taking a sick day can throw someone off course. It's no coincidence that as the American dream fades, rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide are rising. When people feel like their hard work doesn't matter, when they can't build a future or escape survival mode, they start giving up. People feel powerless, disconnected, tired. And the saddest part is, many don't even expect things to get better anymore. A broken system that blames the people. The system is designed to tell Americans that if they're struggling, it's their fault. Didn't save enough? Didn't hustle hard enough? Didn't get the right degree? It's a lie. The truth is, millions of people are being crushed by a system rigged in favor of the wealthy and well-connected, while the working class is told to tighten their belts and keep pushing.
They don't tell you what American dream, but let me tell you some of the things. Working 40 hours a week or bi-weekly, that's American dream. Getting some of your money taken away by taxes, by the government, every week or every other week or monthly when you get paid. That's the American dream. Paying a mortgage or buying a house, which is called a mortgage here, that you would never ever own, even if you pay for that house, because even if you buy that house or not, you still have to pay taxes on that property, that land that house is staying on. That's the American dream. We don't own anything in this country, just so you know that. That's the American dream. Okay? Having children and the government is able to make decision on what you do or how you discipline your children. That's the American dream. Being in jail for stupid things.
The American dream used to be simple. Work hard, buy a home, raise a family, and live a stable, fulfilling life. But in 2025, that dream feels more like a cruel illusion for millions of Americans.
Why?
because rising tariffs and the skyrocketing cost of living are crushing working class families and pushing many to the point of giving up. Tariffs, the hidden tax on everyday life. While tariffs might sound like a government issue, their impact is felt directly at the dinner table. When the U.S. imposes tariffs on foreign goods, especially essentials like steel, electronics, food, and auto parts, it raises the prices of those products for everyone. Businesses pay more to import materials, and they pass those costs on to the consumer. Everything from groceries to gas, car repairs to appliances now costs more. That extra tax doesn't hit the wealthy. It hits middle and low-income Americans the hardest. Families are forced to stretch every dollar, and even then, it's often not enough. High costs, low wages. The squeeze is real. While prices soar, wages remain stagnant. Rent is up. Mortgage rates are through the roof. Medical bills, childcare, insurance, everything costs more, but paychecks don't reflect the reality. For the average American, the dream of owning a home, starting a business, or saving for the future now seems impossible.
Waking up every morning to see if you can even log into your computer is a different kind of anxiety. I'm a federal government employee. I know more cuts are coming to our agency, and it's just a matter of time. I did conclude that if I lose my job, if and when, because I do think it's coming, that I am not going to stress myself out and apply for 200-300 jobs a week like I know a lot of people are doing. Like, I'm not doing that. And it's not that I don't need a job. It's not that I think I'm too good to do that. I think it may be time for me to rest if I lose my job. And I'm going to rest. I have surrogacy to fall back on. I am not going to stress out about a job, applying for a job that I probably don't even want. I've served this country in the military capacity. I've served this country in the civilian capacity, a country that clearly is not serving me, and I am not going to stress.
Listen, if you still want to come to America because you believe in the American dream, let me tell you something. That dream died like 30 plus years ago, and now we're living in a dream that involves paying $10 for a dozen of shitty fucking eggs, paying $2,000 a month for an apartment in the ghetto that's about 700 square feet and it has no walls. And then if you want to go to university here, you're looking at around $100,000 for a 4-year education. That's on the low end. But in those 4 years, you might get shot because everyone seems to want to shoot each other for some ungodly reason. Then you're going to graduate thinking, oh, I graduated, I have a degree now, I'm going to get a good job. Your good job is going to pay you about $40,000 starting off, maybe, and then they're going to say you're going to work 40 hours a week, when in reality you're going to be working about 50 plus hours a week because they're going to guilt trip you in by saying, we're a family, we're a team, we help each other. And they're not going to pay you overtime for that, because why would they? If they get your help for free, why would they pay you for that? Okay, then there's no work-life balance. That company you're working for now doesn't want to give you vacation days until like maybe your second year working there, and those vacation days are maybe 4 days out of the whole entire year. That includes holidays. All right, then if you're sick, too bad, you still have to come to work. Okay, then if you want to buy groceries, your groceries are going to be your whole entire paycheck because no one can afford to eat here anymore. Got it? I go to the grocery store for 4 things, it's like $50. I'm just saying it sucks living here. I don't want to live here. I want to leave. So maybe you should rethink your whole American dream, because it's not what it's all cracked up to be. Okay, love you, bye.
I'm just gonna say it because nobody else is saying it, even though we're all thinking it. The American dream is to leave America. I traveled the world for 6 months straight by myself. 4 months in Asia, 2 months in Europe. And no, don't come at me. I've been on my own since I was 18 years old. And yes, of course, I'm blessed to be an American. I'm blessed to have a strong passport. And I'm blessed that I've been able to start my own business and travel the world. But I'm telling you, I've been home for over a year now. There's not one city in the United States that makes my soul feel alive, that makes me feel like I have community, that makes me feel like people are loving and respectful and not divided and judgmental. It's toxic here. We have no love here. People literally think that I'm the crazy one. And I'm like, you guys, we're falling apart. I find so much more love and so much more support, so much more community in Bali. I'm in Spain. When I'm in Italy. When I'm in Thailand. I've traveled to 10 different countries by myself. I'm telling you, being here will strip your soul. I say this because I want to see if anyone else is feeling this way.
I really think the American dream is dead because once upon a time, like our parents or grandparents thought they could have the American dream by, working hard, which would equate to them being successful. And then they can buy this house with a white picket fence and easily have 2.5 kids. And it's like in this day and age, that shit is not true. You can bust your butt, go to college, get this degree to A, not even find a job because this economy is terrible, or B, get a job that's trying to pay you $20 an hour with a college degree. And then to be able to afford a property nowadays, it's just wild, especially if you live in California like I do. Like I know other states are a little easier, but for a majority of people, it is still very difficult to buy a house. So this BS American dream that we have been told, it's dead. Maybe it worked for our parents or grandparents, like maybe, but nowadays it doesn't work because sadly, the rich only get richer while the poor gets poorer.
The American dream was built on the promise that hard work would lead to a better life, but that promise is breaking. Tariffs, inflation, and the rising cost of living are making it harder than ever for everyday Americans to survive, let alone get ahead. People are working more and earning less. They're falling behind, losing hope, and slowly giving up on a dream that no longer feels real. At Orbit Point, we bring attention to the struggles that millions face but few are willing to talk about. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button, drop a comment to share your thoughts or story, and subscribe to Orbit Point for more honest content that cuts through the noise. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. We're here to tell the truth and make sure your voice is heard. Stay informed. Stay aware. This is Orbit Point.